Hey folks, here I am coming at you on the Saturday 4th of April from good old Weston-super-Mare, and not as always but mostly what am I drinking in my lovely rocky cup? It's coffee, filtered, a drop of rum and coconut oil, that magic substance I rave about. Oh, that's very pleasant. The sun is shining. It's actually, look at me in my t-shirt. I think it's summer now, don't I? Not quite, but temperatures are getting up and it's quite nice. Whilst we're all locked indoors and not allowed to go out. Oh, once a day to exercise, once a day to go and get your food. I mean, fuck off. It is bollocks, and it's complete fucking horse shit. And then making everyone feel guilty because they don't fucking stay in, or, you know, a police hotline to fucking neighbours dobbing on each other. Fuck me. We've turned into a fascist state just on the pretense of some fucking virus pandemic, which is total fucking bullshit as far as I'm concerned. I ain't gonna keep going on about it. Check out the David Icke videos. That's my fucking top tip at the minute. If you're wondering what's going on, check him out. And anyone else that's given a counter argument, like doctors and things like that, scientists, counter argument to the blah 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 blah, stay in or else you'll cause deaths. I mean, what sort of fucking way is there to control people by making them control themselves? Apart from this bullshit that's going on right now, how are you all doing? Stay healthy. You know, and if it makes it easier in your mind to stay home and not get all stressed out, then stay home. And if it makes it feel easier for you to go out and then not be stressed, go out. You know, my thing's this: I'm going to go out when I feel inclined to. I don't feel so inclined to at the moment because the world's turned too fucking crazy. Yeah, the world's turned too crazy. But I'm lucky I've got a nice garden here, and I did take Rocky out for a walk. So going out for walks and like walking my dog and stuff, I'm doing all that. I'm just not going to visit my family like I want to. So I don't want to put pressure on them to be like, you know, the naughty ones in their neighbourhood. Do what we feel is the right thing to do. I hope you're all doing well in spite of all that. We're going to do a day of the diary, shall we? Tuesday the 3rd of December. It's kind of trucking on in this book here. We've only got a few more. Maybe 7. Should we have a little count through? That's boring, isn't it? I got my trusty bee marker and marking my way. Should I put it the right way around now? Right. Be prepared for anything. Like a badge. Be prepared. Tuesday, 3rd of December 2019. C26th of November for Mum's previous pill prescription. This is the newly updated script for life. WTF. Right, it's the big list again. Do I go down through them all? No. But it's pretty much, it's just been a slight change. We got an apixaban in here twice. A ramipril, I don't remember that one. Bisoprolol, I don't remember that one, or do I? Oh well. It's been updated. I ain't going to read all the way through it. Anyway, there's 15 doses per day. I think it was 12 before, and this now it works out to be 15. And the apixaban, that's the one. It prevents blood clots due to atrial fibrillation. I've put a Wikipedia about atrial fibrillation here. An abnormal heart rhythm characterised by rapid and irregular beating of the atrial chambers of the heart. Often it starts as brief periods of abnormal beating, which becomes longer and possibly constant over time. I get that every now and again. It sort of feels like a heart fluttering every now and again. Or sometimes I can't catch my breath. Oh, what was all that about? I keep it to myself, don't I? I don't worry people around me. I used to tell Rachel everything, and then I think she just thought I was a hypochondriac. What would the hypochondriac have? Well, what will I have written on my gravestone? The hypochondriac. I told you I was sick. I'm well. Often episodes have no symptoms. There may be heart palpitations, I think that's what I talked about. Fainting, I've had that a few times. Lightheadedness, shortness of breath, or chest pain. The disease is associated with increased risk of heart failure, dementia and stroke. And I think if you're a smoker, it increases it. And I think if you're a drinker, it increases it statistically. And I think if you're a stress head, it increases it statistically, and anxiety and all that good stuff. So I guess I'm on the at risk, and I'm doing other things to counteract that, like exercise, good enough nutrition in this denatured world. Did I say exercise? Exercise, nutrition, meditation and prayer. Hallelujah! So there we have it. Mum spent 1 week in hospital to basically monitor her with blood tests and amend her pill plan, the prescription which is keeping her well. So I'm just going to go through the list of what ones came out and what ones came in. So out, the clopidogrel, that's an antiplatelet, come out. Viazem, that's high blood pressure. Ranitidine, reflux acid, that's the stomach reflux. Simvastatin, which is a cholesterol checker, statin. And cetirizine, which is antihistamine, that one come out. Anyway, I don't know. In is aspirin, bisoprolol. I think aspirin thins the blood, doesn't it? Bisoprolol, ramipril, and omeprazole, and apixaban, right? And they've replaced those other ones with this I just said. Oh dear, only 2 pages, it's all been about medicine. What is medicine? Let's see what Wikipedia has to say. Medicine is the science and practice of establishing the diagnosis, prognosis, treatment and prevention of disease. I think that the so-called modern Western world practices the first part adequately, but only to determine and prescribe a treatment plan. We miss out the prevention of disease bit. If we did that first, holistically, mind, body and spirit or soul, the whole person. And how do we prevent disease? With good health, of course, good nutrition, no chemicals, no deforestation for greed, no polluting for greed, clean up our act. An atrocious story of modern mankind. Where is the kind? We've got Corbyn and Johnson, Boris, on either side of the British divide, the left, Labour, and the right, Tory, / Conservative. The Liberals have melted away. Challengers like Nigel Farage of the BNP Nazi Party are a joke, thankfully. And it is unfortunate that the only real human in our highest office is actually Jeremy Corbyn. Well, I still stand by my no vote policy. They're all puppets of the rich elite, and that is why even if Corbyn gets in this time, not likely, he didn't, did he? It will only be due to the power brokers agreeing how he can be controlled, like they did with the devil's stooge, Tony Blair. New Labour, is that a euphemism for fascist? Nazi New Labour. Heil Blair, the Blair Witch Project. Lol, another fucking joker. Where's Batman when you need him? Lol. Get some more lols in. It'll be alright if you just keep lol in it. Let's wrap up now so I can take my dog for a walk to Edinburgh Park. Here's a prayer for good medicine for us all. Prevention rather than cure. Maintain, sustain and develop. Let's thrive while we are alive. To be alive, vibrant and balanced. Meditate to medicate. Medication for my mind. Meditation. That's Damian Marley. Kiss, kiss, kiss. P.S. Epstein did not kill himself, and neither did I. Lol. One kiss. Shall I leave it there? 8 minutes in. Before I go off, I've recommended have a look at David Icke to find out what is really going on over this coronavirus time frame, because I think he's pretty much on the right lines with it. Don't worry so much about his, if you've never seen him before. It might come over as a bit negative. There's no way out of this. There's no way out of it. There is. Take back your own personal oneness, I-ness, and connect to those around you that feel the same way. Don't just accept everything as it's given to us by the fucking broadcasting corporations and the media outlets. Think about it ourselves, make up our own minds about it, and then have a plan of action. I'm not talking about civil unrest. I'm not talking about rebellion, armed conflict, or anything like that whatsoever. In fact, the complete opposite of that. I'm talking about, we shall not be moved. Stand for what's right, and I'll stand with you guys. I love you all. Take care. Just before I do sign off, though, I was going to say that's to get the poop on what's going on down in the conspiracy world, and it's this, that, and the other. But for a bit of brevity, a bit bit of brevity, a bit of levity, a bit of lightness. Brevity means keep it brief. Perhaps that, because these clips are small. Bill Hicks, check him out online, man. There's a channel, Bill Hicks channel. Little couple of minute clips of his comedy. If your comedy is anything like mine, it'll make you chuckle in this time of woe. I love you all. Take care. Ta for now.